Okay, so I'm a bit tired, so that's why I'm doing another video. It's late in the day. It was a long day at work. Made this video this morning about me and my wife having some difficulties. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is what it feels like to be in my head. Okay, so I'm going to run you through a couple of things that are currently in my head. And when I say in my head, I'm talking about it rotationally runs through my mind. So a lot of the time is multiple things I'm thinking about at the same time. Or I'll talk about the one thing and I'll think about the one thing and I'll get distracted with the other thing, or those kinds of things. So the one thing that's going on in my head obviously is the situation with my wife, fixing that. So moving out, what am I going to do? Am I going to go camping? What am I going to do about it? What is she going to do to fix herself? She's going to go back to doing some Zumba because she enjoyed that very much. And there are classes on Wednesdays in the town next to us, which isn't that far. I've calculated how much money I've got left over for petrol for her and for me to work, because we work fairly far from home. I've calculated the amount of electricity that needs to be needed. Then what I did is I calculated basically the start of a new business which I've been working on. Basically it's the marijuana, ganja, Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it. They have shops all over the place because marijuana is legal in South Africa. Well, it's legal if you get a doctor's letter, so there's a process involved in this whole thing. But I've got a company who's got 140 clients running on a certain platform that I've contacted, not because of the fact that, but because I wanted to bring a friend of mine who also has another franchise selling marijuana or ganja, whatever you want to call it. They've got the whole they've got the sweets, creating sweets, growing the plants, medical grade shit. So it's not a Mickey Mouse story. And then they've got 5 or 7 stores or whatever. And he contacted me, and then eventually I ran through all that processes, and I still need to set up a meeting between me and the guy that does because I need to go do the course to be able to sell the product or to support the product, and they want me to pay to sell their product. And I said, fuck you, I'm not paying. I will be getting somebody else, because I've been promoting your product for years on years, and your accounting package and workshop modules that you have and the restaurant package that you did, I'm qualified in all of the other packages. I did the support for it for years. So fuck you then if I'm gonna have to pay to sell your product. And then they very quickly made a arrangement with me with their biggest reseller of their package. And so coincidentally, he also has a client who's got 140 stores selling marijuana, and they've already put everything in development. But they're doing it in a stupid way, so I've redesigned the whole solution in my head, integration into. It's very complex how I created, how I came up, but I'm doing the design in my head. At the same time, I'm studying for my CCNA, which is my Cisco certification, which is network Cisco, which is the biggest network provider. I'm doing I did the course, and I'm doing online, furthering the online course, so I can go write my exams for my Cisco certification, hopefully within the next month or so. Then I have to do a website, so I've been working on the design of a website for a friend of mine who does a lot of sushi. He has a lot of sushi little areas in one of the big retail chains, not retail, is it retail? Yeah, retail chain, and he has sushi inside there, and he wants a website where you can actually book a sushi chef and pay X amount for, let's say, 10 people. You pay 1,000 US, and they make you various sushi, and you don't have to buy anything. They bring somebody there that serves you the sushi, makes the sushi, all kinds of things. So I've had to design that in the background. I had to find a domain service provider, because I can do website design. I've got 3 YouTube channels, which I'm basically one shorts, one faceless YouTube channel, one shorts YouTube shorts channel, which is also faceless. Then I've got this one, which is bipolar. Then I've got the Joe Blumen channel, which is my main channel, which was demonetized because I wasn't posting enough videos. Then I'm building up my platform on TikTok and on Instagram, on Twitter, on Getter. So I've got about 5,000-6,000 people on Getter, Instagram, and X. Yeah, so around about 5,000-6,000 people that follow me on each of those platforms. So not together, individually. So I've built it up to that. So with no money. So that's basically, yeah. So I'm a digital marketer, if you can call me that, as well. I can do website design. I've got a BA Honours degree in business management. The CCNA Cisco engineer is quite difficult. It's not something I've done previously. I know a lot about networks and stuff like that, and so on. It's not a what I did previously was a lot more intense and difficult. I was a Linux and an Asterisk VoIP engineer, and I specialized in call center solutions. So the commands are different and so on, but it's to me it's not really that big a deal, which it will be the end of the world for somebody else possibly. Then I'm thinking about doing my MBA, because my ex-boss that fucked me over said he's going to go do his MBA, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I can get him to pay for my MBA as well, so I can do that. So then and then I've got another business plan in the back of my head, where I've got I know all the key people in really best in their fields, where I want to get a business and create. Well, I've basically got the business, but I need to expand that business. I've had discussions with all of them, put them all together. So it's just for me basically now to go and design the web page properly, and I started with that today, and I'll finish that probably next week sometime, and then I'll just have to go and see a couple of companies, because I don't want to do desktop support. I do have one guy in there that does desktop support, but I'm not going to use him for another company for this company. I just want to focus on specialists inside of the cloud realm, inside of the very difficult things that a small business or an IT company with 10 people can't afford to pay the guy 10,000 US a month because of, you know, the shortage of skill there, which is my thing as well. I'm very skilled in certain areas. And then what else is there? I want to start a group. I'm thinking of doing a group to stop paying taxes on your salaries in a legal way. So I want to start some engagement with people, South African people specifically, around that. But I mean, hopefully it'll become a movement that goes around the world, where we can actually show politicians and governments that, you know, fuck you, we don't need you and you need us. You're taking our money, you're stealing our money, because that's what they literally do, because they're stealing our money. And then I want to start a online store for all people that'll be open, and what I'll do is I'll use AdSense, and I'll allow Amazon, a couple of Amazon ads and stuff on there, and I'll have these people, old people that don't earn enough, or that don't get enough money for their pension funds, and they're doing like woodwork, and they're doing this and that, and the cleaning service, and you know, those kinds of things. I'll call it something like barter or something like that, which indicates that people are exchanging 50 chickens for 1 cow or something like that. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm going to call it that. I'm going to put a disclosure on there, see how many people I can get onboarded on there. But that'll be helping old people, and well, not even just old people, I mean all people. I mean basically what that's going to do is I'm going to fucking remove tax from that. So in other words, that is basically engagement portal for you to get hold of somebody who does plumbing, who does chickens, a farmer who fucking does chickens, cows, whatever the hell he does, and milk, and you arrange to exchange, you know, whatever you want to exchange with him, you know. So that's not my problem. There'll be a disclosure, so it'll pull a lot of traffic firstly towards the website if I spend a bit of time on the digital marketing, the platform, and so on, which I'm very capable of doing. And then I've got my day job, which I have to think about as well. Yeah, so that's the thoughts of the day. So that's what's going through my head.